Rangnick expresses reservations about signing unvaccinated players. Ralph Rangnick has admitted he will give serious thought to signing unvaccinated players as the interim Manchester United boss said hesitant stars should consider the risk of long COVID. Last week, the Premier League revealed that 16% of players are yet to receive any form of vaccination against the virus, with COVID spreading in dressing rooms across the country. The recent surge in cases has triggered debate as to whether clubs will sign unvaccinated stars, with Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp revealing he would be reluctant to recruit anyone who refuses to be jabbed. United have been hit by a COVID outbreak of their own, resulting in the postponements of their games against Brentford and Brighton, and interim boss Rangnick has shared Klopp's concerns ahead of the January transfer window, where he hopes to add players to his squad. "Yes, I think it could be a consideration and I fully understand what Jurgen said, but it also depends if you want to sign a player and risk him not being available," he said via The Telegraph. "This is an issue the clubs seriously have to think about. If you sign a player knowing from the very first day that he has not been vaccinated, you have to be aware that he might not be available, not only for 10 days, but this could happen regularly in COVID times." Rangnick presented Bayern Munich's Joshua Kimmich as an example of the effects of long COVID. The German midfielder has expressed regret at not taking the vaccine sooner after he was ruled out until January due to lingering effects of the illness. Minor lung issues has meant that Kimmich has not played since early November, and Rangnick said the episode provides all the more reason to convince players to get the jab. "You had the example of Joshua Kimmich, who was extremely hesitant at the beginning, and I think in the meantime he has realized it might be a good idea to get vaccinated," Rangnick added. "He caught COVID, he still has some problems with his lungs. Hopefully, he'll be back after Christmas, in the new year, at full strength, and can play again for Bayern Munich. I think this is an issue where of course everybody can and should have his free will, but I think in football, especially at this level we are playing at, we need to try to convince our players to get vaccinated." The German admitted, though, that he does not know the vaccination status of his squad, but insisted that United's vaccination rate is above the Premier League average. "To be honest, I don't know which of our players have had 2 or 3 vaccinations. This is a question that only our medical department could answer, but I know from our medical department that our ratio of vaccinated players is above the average of the Premier League." United returned to their Carrington training ground last Tuesday after the base was shut down in a bid to reduce transmission of the virus and barring the injured Paul Pogba